said, a lot of people who want to play the guitar, or believe they want to play the guitar, give up very early on for a variety of reasons. And one of the reasons, I believe, is that they don't get taught the right things. They get swamped with far too much information from very self-assured teachers, or they get asked to play the wrong kind of music for them, and they get bored with it. So I would encourage anybody trying to play the guitar, especially if you're not in the first flush of youth, is to go straight for the kind of music that you really want to play, and play a simplified version of that right from the beginning. And I would also say, if you've got or have been given a book which has the music for Greensleeves and On Top of Old Smoky and tunes like that in it, I would say burn it or destroy it in some other way. Maybe get the Eagles to fly it to Mount Doom and just drop it in. It's only one shot, this life, most likely, so you may as well go and do the things that you really want to do. So what I'm offering here is first aid for the walking wounded, those who have tried to play guitar or just thinking of it, and so far I've not had such a positive experience. I'm trying to focus on the things that they forget to tell you. Just going to show you another simple riff, and I'm sitting at this side of the screen so I can get the fretboard in view. So this is an old riff by Keith Richards, played on I Can't Get No Satisfaction way back. So I'm rolling up my sleeve to quickly demonstrate. Playing the guitar is very much about the left hand, the hand you don't normally use much in life. And when you're a beginner, you need to develop the muscles which drive the fingers and control them to put them in very precise places at precise times. In other words, to fret the strings where required in the song, the scale, the chord, whatever it is. But the fingers don't have any muscles. A biologist friend of mine told me years ago, the fingers move like this, but the muscles that do that are here in the forearm. Basically, strings, tendons and ligaments connect the muscles to those fingers. So to get the fingers doing what you want them to do, you have to develop the pathway between your brain and these muscles. And then you will acquire what's called muscle memory. So after a while your fingers will kind of automatically fall into the right place, especially for chord shapes and so on. But in the beginning it's just about getting them to move at all. So to develop these muscles, and in the end the muscle memory here, you have to use the fingers. If you get hold of your own forearm like this fairly tightly and then move your fingers like this, you'll feel that there's a lot going on in there. And that's because there are a lot of muscles and ligaments, and it's a complex system, which means that you can do things like that, and single finger movements, and it's quite amazing. So yeah, muscle memory here, but the point of action here. Oh, and one extra bonus, this is not a riff, it's just a kind of trick. Choose two strings at the same fret, anywhere, two skinny strings to begin with, two strings separated by one other, which you don't touch, and then play the two by pinching them like this, or even, okay, and then just run down the fretboard, or try it. And what do you do when you break a string? I'm going to cover that in the next video, and for that you will need, for acoustic guitars at least, one of these. Okay, I'll explain when we get to it. Well, there's so much more to come, and it's not all going to be me who teaches you it, because at some point I just need to hand over to some people who do some great stuff on the internet, but it's not as basic as what I'm presenting here. Thanks very much for watching, and there'll be 6 or 7 lessons in total, so try and check them all out. And please leave comments. I love to see comments, and see you at the next video.